Good evening and welcome, or morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm just working out why I can't get into my desk. This is a giant Lego train in the way. Anyway, sorry, this is a great start. No, I'm not moving that because it's going to knock my camera and I've spent ages setting it up. Anyway, today we are building the last of the minifigure collectibles series 27. Bit of a story here. Whoop, bit of a thing. I went and brought them all probably a day or two late this year, and I couldn't get one of them, which of course was the one everybody wants. And there was a guy in the shop saying, "Yep, there's none here. I'm looking for that too." And so I've been looking quite a few times, and I went to Smith's Toy Superstores, looked for them all, and could not find one the other day. And then almost have scanned every single box, and one just appeared right in the middle of the last row, and I was just like, oh, amazing, quick throw it to the side. And I scanned it like 20 times just to double check that it's was the right one, and there were no more there, so scalpers had missed that one, thankfully. I mean, I would love to get some more of these, but I also not in the opinion of going and clear out of stocks, whole shops stock. Tad tired today, and I've got a bit of a cough, so I'm gonna build this. I might do a second stream tonight, depending on time, because I need to get a bit of an earlier night. But if I do, it'll probably be one of the helmets, maybe the Dark Trooper or Leia or Cody. Not sure yet. Anyway, but that won't be a stop motion. That'll just be a build because currently I'm building a tiger in stop motion, but I haven't got that far. Oh, I haven't got very far of him yet. 2 bags out of 4. It takes a long time, as you will see tonight. So I'm going to build this figure. You can see it, and then I'm going to switch over to DaVinci, actually do a little bit of editing, show you how that's done, and hopefully you'll see the video in the next day or two. I just want to get this one out really early, like I normally do, but couldn't do that this time. So I've got the chat up here. If you want to chat away, feel free. Otherwise, let's get on with it. So this is this little GoPro. So the little camera you can see at the top right there, that's actually the camera which is used for the stop motion. That'll be what the camera sees, but the GoPro gives you a live view. Whereas this, if you watch, it's not too bad today, but it's a lot. It's only about 13 frames per second on there, whereas this is obviously a lot higher. So, moment of truth. Brick Search app. I've always said use the Brick Search app. It's amazing. I'm now saying don't bother using the Brick Search app. Sorry, just looking at something. Because they only let you scan 12 minifigures before they then want you to have the paid version. Which, yes, I'm all for earning money, but there we go. Look at that. There's a wolf. That's definitely a wolf pack. But there's plenty of other apps out there, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was just called Minifig Scan or something I found. And that was perfect for what I needed. Right, what have we got? Cape, sword, just... It's the standard greatsword shape. I think it's in the standard grey. Just looks a bit more silvery. It's not the silver there. Legs, printed. So, printed torso, bit better than the one that came. Oh, have I got it to hand? I should have got that to hand beforehand. No, I can't see him. He's just up there, but I can't see him. I'll do a comparison picture at some point. I haven't done this for a while. 2 faced heads. Oh, so he's got sort of a grumpy head, and then a head that looks like he's been kicked in the balls. You can see that very well. GoPro never focuses. We'll see that when build. And then just the standard black hood, shield, and then the cape. I'm assuming that's brown. And this really cool little wolf. Don't know if this is a new piece, but it's cool. So let's start the stop motion. That's not going to work, and I hope I didn't just accidentally end my stream. I didn't, thank God. Right. So, just so you know, my setup, this is... I'll try and do this a bit... I said I've got a cough. Trying to do this a bit of a tutorial video today. I have got, let's see, if I loosen this off, we can have a look around. Whoa-hey. So, above me, I have got a single backlight that's attached to this Scalus board that goes down and lights up this backdrop, which is perfect. I can adjust that. It's got 10 different settings. I then got a second sort of top-down light just here, which is this gives us frontal lighting actually, because I found quite often I don't have enough light here, so I've put 2 of them up now just to improve that. Then we have this little one, which normally if I was building a set it would point directly at this. I might have a bit further away, but this just is, if we can get a good angle at that, is angled downwards slightly so it doesn't shine, because this is our set here, so it doesn't shine straight onto the face of the minifigure. And then a second key light just here. Again, it's sort of directed at the side of the minifigure today as opposed to directly at it, so we don't have too much shine on the face. Then the camera right up against the desk today. I've got the settings sort of these minifigures almost dialed, but this is, it's on a tripod, it's got a weight on it. I don't think you'll get to see that, but as you can see, it's what, about 10 inches away, and according to the dial on the lens it's 35 centimeters. So that's the basic setup for the stop motion. Obviously this is just a piece of paper which is hooked, blue tacked down, and that's how I get my crystal clear images. So I guess the next thing to say about this, there we go, hopefully that's a good view. Might just adjust that one more. I don't want to, it's hard because obviously my main camera is the one that needs to get the view. Sorry, I will try and not cough too much, but if I do, I apologise. Right. So first off, I'm taking photos on a program called Digicam Control. I would love to get Dragon Frame, but I haven't got the spare funds to go and just do that. So off to the side or off in front of me is the keyboard, and we do a single photo to start with. So we've got plain blank, and then we're gonna have, what are we gonna have Mr. Wolfpack do? He's gonna come in this cool stance. So place him on. I'm just gonna check that he's lit enough. So it's a little movement of his hips and then a little movement of his legs. So if you notice, it's always very, very small movements I do, including when I want to get stuff off the. And I just hit that space bar each time, take a photo, and I hope that the program doesn't crash on me today. Why did I say that? So just straighten his hips up. And I think we did about 8 photos there. I'm not 100% sure. But that gives us just over half a second of video. So I'm running at 12 frames per second for the video. I produce at 24, so it doubles each frame. And that does allow me a bit of, if I need to play around with it, it's like, say I want to up the frame rate or lower it, I can mess a bit. It's useful. Probably more if you understand frame rates. Also good when I'm doing builds, so there'll be sections which are quite boring, and I might put those at 24 frames per second as opposed to 12 frames per second, just speed it all up. Or again, if I want the video to be at 24 frames, to be at a higher frame rate, it's easy to do and then easy to slow down, if that makes any sense. The castle, I did a 60 frames per second frame rate, so everything was like duplicated multiple times. He's coming out really nice. Just thought, I haven't really thought about the wolf. It is just, oh, that's soft. That is really soft. Wow. I think they've used actual wolf skin for this. It's, I don't know if you can see, it's like a felt. That's lovely. Jesus, no wonder everybody wants so many of these. Right, let's do a cape throw. So we place the cape over the minifigure's hand, and then we lift it. And I sort of just generally let the first few frames. Again, this is going to be probably about 10 frames. So we're in frame 3 currently. And as it comes up, I'm just going to move it around slightly. And again, whoops. And again, whoop. Oh, that's a really cool. I'm shocked how the quality of this cape. Right, now it's just going to ping round the body a bit. No, I didn't realise he's somehow lifted himself up. So I'm going to pop that in as he sits back down. And he's going to start lowering his hand as the cape goes on. I like this. I really like this figure. This is definitely one of the best Wolfpack figures. There we go. So just finish lowering his hand as his head slips on. Try not to move that cape too much. So if I haven't said this yet, but with stop motion, you want to keep your set. So you set your figures, everything as still as possible between each photo. So I think that scar is very cool. I'm gonna pop the main camera up so you can actually see this, and he's not moving like that. Where is my mouse? No, that one. I knew I'd find it. Yeah, that's cool. Very, very cool. It's a bit darker on there than what it is that I'm getting the pictures of. I just hope they're not too dark. I like the aspect. I like it being dark. Right, let's have another little go with him. He's going to pull his hood up now. So for that, he's going to lift his hands up. Oh, where am I? What am I trying to click on? Or spacebar on, to be more precise. So when you use stop motions, you want your set as still as possible, which if you notice, you'll see all the blue tack around. And that's just, it helps keep everything perfectly still. Because if anything moves, you get shake, and that just looks awful, basically. If you watch some stop motions, especially people's first, you'll notice they might have really good movement with the figures, but if the camera's moving or if the set's moving, it doesn't look good. So in here we've got a weight. Literally, it's a weight in the bag. Off my own weights because I'm clearly not strong enough to lift all of that. It's a weight in a bag, and then the desk is actually bolted to the wall, and this is then blue tacked to the desk, or blue tacked to the paper, which is blue tacked to the desk, which is clipped to the wall. So nothing really moves here, thankfully. Yeah, there's always a time I'll knock the camera. It still happens. No matter how many times I've said on streams and stuff, you've got to keep everything as still as possible. I will still knock the camera myself every bloody time. I'm just going to take this blue tack. So I don't know if you saw, I put a bit of blue tack on the back of the hood, just so it could hold to the back of his head rather than fall down. And I'm just comparing. So on this side, I've got over here, I've got my main monitor, and I've got I've got the picture I just taken and the picture I am taking. And I'm just going to lower that hood a bit because otherwise the movement's going to be a bit too slow. Let's get your arms down. Big movement now. Come on, Wolfie. There we go. There we go. So because of normally I'd change their facial appearance during this stage probably. So change him to the happy wolf pack man, who just got kicked in the balls because he's into that. And you wouldn't literally see the mouth move because I keep the eyes and everything in the same place, and that's obviously the eyes actually move. But this, I'm not sure. Here we go. So he's going to grab his shield now because we can. Grab his sword. I could have made him pull it out like a real sword, but just pick him up. Put the sword and handle out, adjusting his pose. Hopefully. Sometimes it's just a lot easier, otherwise I find myself knocking the whole thing. There we go. And he's going to come up and start bringing his sword and shield up to us, the viewers. That's a good big old sword as well. So I'm just turning it within his hand now, just both items. Oh. Sometimes, actually, if you turn the hand upside down, you get a better hold of the shield. I'll show you. So if you want the shield a bit lower, it can be quite often a good way just to have that hand upside down, because the claw is obviously slightly angled. There we go, right. Now Mr. Wolfie is going to go ruff, ruff, ruff. He's giant. How am I supposed to fit him on? It's not a bike. Tell you what, I'm going to blue tack him at the back. I've lost him. Fudge. I've literally just lost the wolf. Dear. Right, put the 2 pieces of blue tack there so I don't drop them on the floor and roll them in. He's run away. He's quite literally run away. Oh, they've got bags of minifigures down there. Which doesn't help me. Oh, he's right between my feet. There we go. Right, next thing of note. You may notice I turned my torch on there because there is no lighting in the room behind me. All the lights are here. There's no secondary lights. Obviously, other than my monitor and computer, there's nothing else lighting this room. And that's purpose, not because I like the dark, but because I don't want flicker from that light, or I don't know, from the curtains are shut. Obviously, it's night time anyway, but I don't want any flicker from anything affecting the stop motion, which I quite often, if it's daytime, I will avoid doing any stop motion purely for that fact. There we go. I think fully down. There we go. Now we're going to start the spin. So if you, oh, I should have put that back to the #1 camera. There we go. So if you notice, I've just taken these 2 little bricks off, and that's just to get this plate movable. So as you can see, it can spin all the way around. So I look at these studs here, and I look at, I've put it around the wrong way again. Normally I line there's a line here from these plates, but it will be here. So I can keep my hand on here as well, which is good. So you'll watch now. Oh, and if you look at that top right, you'll see the photos I'm taking as I take them. And I move it half a stud at a time. Which you might be thinking, why half a stud? Because that gives me, I think it's roughly 48, no, 24, 48, about 2 seconds of spin. Which, as you can see, we're already 23 minutes into this video and we're only on the first figure. Although we're only doing one figure tonight. So we're going to jump to Da Vinci in a minute and I'll show you exactly how I edit it. And then you get a sneak preview as well. So the wolf from the other side, just showing him off. It's probably not how I would usually have an animal in video. I've had birds flying in, I've had cats scratching people, I've had stuff jumping up, coming out of people, all sorts. Right, at this stage, this is the last 90 degrees. This is the part where I like to add in a little bit of movement. So he's going to start just twisting and lifting his sword. And this is where things, once again, will slow down for a minute. Because basically, by the time he gets round, just check. I want him to be ready to slash his foes. So I didn't do any movement in that time, if you noticed, but I'm just going to move him back slightly a bit now. So it's just his bend there, because obviously Wolfie's there. And there we go. So that would then be the finished position. I'm going to just do one last one there. And then this is going to lock in. Oh, I forgot to change his face. I've got an idea. So he's going to come down, start swinging his sword. So we're just going to do a small motion to begin with. And then it's going to be a bigger one. Now what I'm going to do is have his sword spin. Like that. So he doesn't do a proper slash. It's going to smack him right in the bollocks. Sorry, that probably isn't a word I should use on YouTube potentially. And you know what? I'm going to add a wolf howl in at the end of this. Maybe that's what you're supposed to be doing. Hey, Jeff. I'm going with Jeff. Jeff Kursluk? I probably pronounced that very wrong. Alright, taking 2 photos here at the bottom. So he's like that. Right, now, off he comes. I'm going to do the face change. So when he comes up, he can be howling like the little girl he is. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be him howling, I've just realised. Not that he's been smacked in the gentleman's pairs. But hopefully you'll all get the joke. I'll add a nice crack sound in there for everyone. And I'm going to cause blasphemy now. I'm going to blasphemy. So he's going to drop both his sword and shield. Just going to push those out of his hand. And then just so they fall, nicely. We did have 2 bit. Oh yeah, used them for wolf, didn't we? Just so they fall quite nicely. I'm just gonna place one there and place the sword there like that. Oh, just get that blue tack outside. I try and keep all blue tack outside generally. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Right, and what he's going to do, taking his arms off. Just check no cracks. I've had quite a few Lego figures crack. I mean, when I'm taking the arms off this one, it's not something I actually do that often. Even with all the different stop motion bits I've done, it's not. But I've had a fair few cracks. I've had CMS Snowman. I don't think I would have taken any reason I would have taken his arms off. That was a couple of years ago now, actually. But he cracks like within a month. I was quite surprised. I always meant to message Lego. Actually, I need to message Lego currently because I'm missing a piece from one of my sets. Probably should have put him back first before I tried to blue tack the arm. Sorry, this is probably the most boring thing to watch ever, but this is stop motion. There we go. Right, so these two can come out of the way now. And then these. Just checking I can't really see any blue tack there. I've lost an arm. This always happens. Oh. I found it. Always losing stuff when I'm trying to stream or do stop motion or build Lego or anything. There we go. And that, my friends, is our really cool Wolfpack Knight. I could not think of his name. So let's put him back together. Actually, let's remove everything from this thing, because just at the end of my videos for TikTok and for YouTube, I like to have a blank slate, which it finishes on. Just putting all my blue tack back together. So, another problem with doing stop motion, you will find blue tack everywhere. And the blue tack that your kids doesn't steal, that you ensure you had yesterday, will appear a month later on your floor. Trust me. I have. So this is, I'm about to switch over to the video editor DaVinci. So I'll show you Cupid if you want. I actually got all of these. Sorry, drop the hat. Got all of these a little while ago. Other than the Wolfpack night, and I've been holding off to send my video to post my video because I wanted them all, and I was sure I was going to find the Wolfpack. I did not quite expect it to be as hard as it was to find one. I mean, I know people are scalping these, but it was annoying. Yeah, I think Cupid. I think I did get him to shoot. Maybe shoot the audience. We'll have a look. Give me one moment just to put this awesome guide together. Get the blue tack off everything, and then I'll get it done. Same. I should have edited these a little while ago, but I was a bit annoyed that I couldn't find the last one. And it's one because I collect all the castle stuff. That's one that I've been desperate to get. So that can stay there. Let's switch over to DaVinci. Just gonna get it up on this screen, and then Star Wars. Got to have a Star Wars t-shirt. I've probably got 1,000 of them, but you know. Right, DaVinci. Where have you gone? There. DaVinci. Wow, why are we at such a... That's better. That's what we want to see. Adjust my laptop. And adjust my camera. So, apologies, you are going to have to look through a poll at me. I don't know where I got this one. I have no idea where I got this one from. Most likely will be Tesco's, Sainsbury's next. Potentially Primark. Doesn't feel like Primark though. Or online. It just says Star Wars in the back, so I can't even tell you. Right, so this is the videos we did last time. And we did add sounds to one of them. Is that coming through, that is? That's my daughter's favourite. I had to give her one of those. Oh, we've got some lag. There we go. So I haven't added sound to any of these, of course, yet. It will come, but let's get today's photos in here. So I'm just getting them prepared on the other screen at the moment. Catman there. That's it. So the unfortunate thing is, because it's been a week, I've changed my settings, I've changed my lighting, I've changed everything. So these are going to be a lot darker. Oh, hang on, what? I don't know what's happened here. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think I do know what's happened here. Find a media pool. Right, 590 is the last one, but I'm going to drag everything in just to be sure. So I've just had second folder. I've just brought everything in. I'm gonna. Oh, that's fine. That's just the start ones. There we go. Yep, all those. Scary one. Okay, so we're going from here. I think I had a camera crash last time we were doing this, and I think it was quite late. So drop those in. Thank you so much. I do try. I do love my animation. Right, this is going to lag for a minute while it just caches all these photos. Right, so at the end of a minifigure, like I said, I normally have several shots. There we go. So we're just going to change that to 12 frames, which gives us a second in between each figure. And this is the pirate girl. She was a cool one. I don't think I had the bird flying. Oh, I did forget her little cape, so I just added an extra bit there at the end of that one. Right, I will get these to play nicely in a minute or two. It's just a bit difficult sometimes. Right, so these are all going to just be, I'm going to do 6 because I've got her at the end. It's more for my benefit of when I want to cut the videos actually, more than anything else. Because I cut them and then I add them. Oh, Jacob's retracted all his messages. I hope you're all alright there, Jacob. Hamster ate away. Right, so that's going to be a 12. So what I'm doing here is I'm just, oops, like I said, I produce at 24 frames, but each of these frames is 2, so it's 12 frames per second essentially I'm doing. So if I say 12, it ends up being half a second of film, which might sound weird, but it makes a big difference when you... Oh, he was cool. He did Boo. He was doing Boo. So at the end, he appears for half a second without anything else, and then these, for the next half second, we have these 2 blank. Oops. You might be thinking, why don't you just have 1 and do it at 12? But the reason is because I'll split this video later on, put it into vertical, and then I send it to TikTok. This was one of my favourite figures of this series. Oh no, 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 no. I'll show you I've made a mistake. Okay, I'm going to delete that frame. So if you look, I've got my finger in the shot. I don't think it's going to make a difference. No, that's fine. Now, I don't know if you saw this. I had it fly out. Did it work? So there is a pole, but you don't see it. That is so cool. Seriously, one of my favorite figures in this series. Oops. Helps if you push control and not function. So 12 frames, and then again 2 6 frames. And again, I normally add a marker. So sorry, this is probably a bit of a boring thing to watch what I'm doing right here, but this is just how I know what I'm up to. The cat's at centre stage, as it should. I've still got my mic on, haven't I? 6 6 6 6 6. Marker. Right, we just need to work out what. So these few shots here were just test shots before I started filming today. There we go. Yeah, we definitely need. I'm just going to put those to 12. Okay, I'm going to put those 2 to 6 because there's 2 of them I didn't realise. There you go, and that's him done. So that's the easy part of the edit, just putting the videos together. As you can see, we've got them all there. Next is the sound effects. Now I know my sound effects quite well, but it can take, like, there are videos. I'll move this from there. Let's probably drop down right in front now. Let's go the other way. There are videos where obviously I'm adding new sound effects to that sort of thing. Oh God, turn the light off. There we go. So what I usually do is use the same one, and then anything new I have to go looking for, it takes forever, I'll be honest. So if you find if you're editing a video and you find you're taking forever to do sound effects, it will take longer. Don't worry about it. It can take 15 minutes to record each figure here, which is a hell of a long time for a video which is 7 seconds. But it could easily take me another half hour or more to find the right sound effects. And that's probably what's going to happen today. So let's do this. So build 1. I know this is just like a Lego brick click, you sort of heard it there. And I try and, so there again, his foot went down. It's the same sound. He put his foot down, he put his foot down. Now his body's attaching. So I want a bit of a slidey sound, which is attach 1, which is what I always use. Now his cloak. What do I usually use for a cloak? I think I have a cloak sound. Cape swoosh. Again, I probably didn't have this originally, and now I do. There we go. And then at the end of Cape swoosh, his head's going to go on. So back to our Lego sounds, and this is attached to, and this has a little pop at the end of it. And then, you know what? The hood might work well with attach 3. Let's try. I think it does. And I like the Lego sounds. Now, I do like a little click, and I haven't really used any build sounds, so I'm actually going to use a build sound here. And then for his sword, we're going to use a pop sound. So there's one which is called Lego Pop Click. It's like, there we go. And we need a wolf sound. I think we need a howling wolf sound. But so what I'm doing, I'm not showing you because I've got a billion tabs open. It's going somewhere called free sound. Let me just get logged in and whatever I need to do. So wolf howl. That is not the sort of sound I want. Right. Wow. Just again, I'm ruining everything. Okay, I like that, but I prefer this. I like this one. It's got a Creative Commons license, so I can use it. Not that I'm monetized, but it's fine. So let's get that. Oh, we don't want it to the 3D printing list. Let's just go to, so I just need to put this in the correct place. So give me a moment. Sound effects. Animal monster noises or animals. Wolf howl echo. So let's go back to DaVinci. Let's close all that. So that's, like I said, that's where I get a lot of my sounds from, is free sound, just because it's there, it's easy. And a lot of the time you don't have to bother if you are trying to get monetized or whatever. God, for some reason I can't get that to the right place. And that'll do. Just a small bit. Here we go. And then we use same effect. I think maybe this one. And that should be enough. Do you like it? I just need to add in a swoosh. So here we need a swoosh sound, axe slash, or swinging sword. No, I prefer the axe sound because it's more of a miss. Right, one last thing I'm going to add in. Right there is a bunk sound. I want a bit of a crack actually, won't I? Oh, that's quite nice. I'm just going to add that in a second row. So I'm just using the comma key just to really adjust this. Okay, I like that. I don't know if everyone else does, but I like it. Let's full screen that and you can see. So that's how I edit. And as you can see, it's taken me 51 minutes to do one minifigure. I mean, obviously been chatting away. One minifigure on one edit and found the thing. So it's not stop motion. I like it. I like it a lot. That has come out well. So that's how you do it. That's how you make a Lego video, and then obviously you go to edit and do everything that you need to do there. Let's get OBS up so you can actually see my ugly face. Main camera 2. And we've lost that, but yeah. So, that's, yeah, how easy it is to make a Lego animation. How much fun it can be to make a Lego animation. Obviously, I normally do about 15 minutes per figure, and I try and do the editing pretty quick. I'm quite good at getting these done fast now, but it can take a while. It is almost 10 o'clock here in the UK, and I've got an early start tomorrow, so I probably won't do a second stream tonight. I might do another one tomorrow. I might just get this video edited and get it out for all you guys so you can watch it. So look out for this in the next day or two. If you haven't already, please hit like on this video. It obviously helps the channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. I've struggled in the last 6 months to get videos out. I've actually got 5 and 6 now in the works. This is number 6. But I will be trying to get plenty more out soon. I really just getting your comments and likes and subscribes, it does help. It really does. And I want to get back to doing this channel, so please hit that like, leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you're watching this afterwards, obviously comment away. I will be doing another stream, possibly of me doing a tiger or starting a new set soon, and I will also just be streaming because I'm planning on just doing some building for myself, if that makes sense. Because the stop motion obviously takes a very long time, where I could probably build a set in a night. It will take me a week in stop motion. So I've got a lot of sets that I haven't built. It's not good. I think I can get them done and I can't. So I'm going to build a few and just do time-lapse videos for now. That's the plan. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you liked the video. I'm going to just let this all play through one last time in full screen so you can all watch it. I'm just getting it set up now. And look out for the full video soon. See you next time. And you want this one. And I'm going to hide my face. And there's no sound. Right. Bye.